Welcome to the PAC Football Report, covering games on November 6th, 2021. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will take a look back at last Saturday's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 10 games this weekend. With 2 weeks to go, 3 teams are tied for first place in the PAC at 6-1 in league play. Nationally ranked W&J kept its title and postseason hopes alive by holding off Grove City 28-24 on the road. The Presidents are tied with defending PAC champion Westminster, which had little trouble in a 42-6 win at Bethany, and Carnegie Mellon, who also cruised to a 34-7 win at St. Vincent. In other action, Case Western Reserve recorded a 30-12 decision against Teal, while Geneva blew past Waynesburg 49-3 under the lights in Beaver Falls. Offensive Player of the Week recognition went to Carnegie Mellon sophomore running back Trey Vasiliadis, who rushed 24 times for 102 yards and 3 TDs at St. Vincent. Defensive honors went to W&J junior defensive back Drew Earling, with 8 tackles and 2 interceptions, including the game clincher with 9 seconds to play at Grove City. W&J sophomore running back Justin Huss earned special teams laurels for the second time this season, following a 90-yard kickoff return for a score against the Wolverines. Case Western Reserve sophomore linebacker Ryan Cabrera was tabbed Newcomer of the Week after posting 10 tackles and a sack versus Teal. All 10 PAC teams are again in action in 5 league frays on November 6th. A huge game that should greatly clarify the race for the PAC title takes place at Gessling Stadium in Pittsburgh, where 6-2 Carnegie Mellon hosts 7-1 Washington and Jefferson at 1 p.m. It's the 70th all-time meeting between the longtime rivals, with CMU holding a 33-31-5 series lead. The Tartans posted a 20-13 win over the Presidents in their last meeting in Pittsburgh in 2019. Veteran CMU head coach Rich Lackner previews the critical conference matchup.
W&J is just an incredibly strong football team with great tradition, and Coach Sirianni and his staff do a great job of preparing their kids.
Another key matchup takes place at Gessling Stadium in Cleveland, where 5-3 Case Western Reserve hosts 6-2 Grove City at 1 p.m. Case is 4-3 against the Wolverines all time and has won all 4 meetings since rejoining the PAC in 2014. The last Grove City win over the Spartans was a 40-33 final in 2006. Case head coach Greg Debeljak discusses his team's recent recovery from early season struggles.
We feel good at where we're at with a very, very young team. The last 2 games are confidence builders. It's kind of a test on how much we've improved and get some momentum for next year.
6-2 Westminster returns home to Harold Burry Stadium for a 1 p.m. kickoff against 4-4 St. Vincent. The Titans won the last meeting against the Bearcats 42-14 in New Wilmington in 2019 and lead the all-time series 16-3. The last Bearcat win in the series was a 21-9 final in 2011. 2 teams looking for positives via a late-season win meet at Wiley Stadium in Waynesburg, where the 1-7 Yellow Jackets host 1-7 Bethany at 1 p.m. It's the 59th all-time meeting in a series that dates back to 1899. The Bison have won the last 6 meetings, including a 40-7 win in the 2021 spring season, while the Yellow Jackets last topped Bethany 23-21 during the 2012 campaign. Bison head coach Bill Garvey talks about holding his team together during a trying season.
I do remind our players that it has been a little bit more difficult, but again, like I just said, nobody in the outside world who's coming to play here on a Saturday or we go on Saturday cares about any of our issues. But we got to show up and we got to fight through our challenges and be consistent in our effort and our focus.
Finally, 0-8 Teal travels to face 3-5 Geneva with a 1 p.m. kickoff at Reeves Stadium in Beaver Falls. The GTs lead the all-time series 29-11-3 and have won 5 straight over the Tomcats, with the last Teal win over Geneva coming in 2012 by a 21-14 final. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Please log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org anytime for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other info. You can follow us on social media via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.